That's producejustice.com. Now, the book is directed. I wrote it in such a way that's directed to the individual person. Now, organizations can use it if they see fit. I mean, along with their other organizational things. But it's mostly directed not toward an organization. People shouldn't try to set up a church, you might say, around the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept. It's a concept. It's called the open air concept, meaning it's just out there. And if you try to organize it, here's the fallacy there. The white supremacists will immediately come after it and nullify it if it's becoming effective, if what the people are doing. That's why you can't say that the concept should be organized, except, I mean, not in the traditional organization, meaning people put a sign outside and saying, come to this particular place. No, it doesn't work like that. The United Independent concept says that the individual person is an organization. That way, the white supremacists are going to have great difficulty grabbing hold of each individual person as an organization. But that's exactly what it is. The concept is supposed to go into the minds of each and every individual non-white person on the planet as a code to guide that person in everything that that person thinks, says, and does in a counter-racist fashion. And if you address, the concept is, if you solve the problems of each individual person, you can solve the problems of all people. And the white supremacists, if they're running around trying to counteract this concept, what they'll be chasing is the phantom, because they'll have to just grab everybody. Because anytime you use any part of what the code says is effective, or can be effective, or someone is trying to make it effective in replacing the system of racism with justice, that automatically becomes a part of the counter-racist code. And so you're talking about chasing an idea rather than chasing people, which is what the white supremacists are prone to do. See, they like to be able to put a label on a person and say, oh, that's those counter-racists out there. Well, counter-racist, what is counter-racism? It's being against racism. So who are you going to grab? See, and they say, well, yeah, but they have a codified way of doing it. Well, codification just means a constructive way of going about doing anything, if it's a counter-racist code. So who are you going to grab? You're going to grab the concept? What are you going to do with the concept when you grab it? Because that's what it is. And it's in the minds of each individual person. For instance, for clarity, if a person tried to accuse Neely Fuller of being a counter-racist, slap that, first thing they want to do is always put a label on you. But could they actually say that Neely Fuller Jr. is a counter-racist? Has he countered racism? And if he has countered it, where's the evidence? Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
Oh, everybody's still there. Okay.
Yeah. Right. We're listening to your explanation.
Yes. So, there's no evidence that Neely Fuller has countered racism. Now, if they say, well, you're trying to counter racism, and I say, you're absolutely correct. What else am I supposed to be doing? I'm a victim of racism. I'm trying to counter something that shouldn't exist. That's racism. And I'm trying to replace it with what? Something that everybody should want all the time. And that is a thing called justice. Guaranteeing that no person is mistreated. And guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most gets the most constructive help. And they'll say, well, you're anti-something, and we're trying to figure out what it is you're anti. Well, I'm anti-racism, because racism is designed to destroy justice if it exists, which it doesn't exist anywhere on the planet,
Yes.
or to keep people from producing it, which is what I'm trying to do. Now, is there anything in error about that? And even if a person says, well, you're trying to be anti-American. No, well, now, are you going to charge me with being anti-American for trying to end racism and replace it with justice? What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? You are going to say that's anti-American?
What is an American?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I have, with the counter-racist code, I have a what? I have a word guide.
Mm-hmm.
And that word American is in there.
Yes.
And the word African is in there.
Yes.
And the word Asian is in there. There's quite a few words in there. And these words are given compensatory definitions, which means definitions that will really fit any conversation if you're looking for the truth. Get the book by going to producejustice.com. That's producejustice.com. And everything in the book is directed to the individual person. And a person who might say, well, this is a pretty thick book. I wrote the book in such a way that you can just turn to any page and you just might get something that can help you through the day.
Okay.
Just flip it open anywhere. And you might see something in there and say, well, I think I can use that. In fact, I might be able to use it today.